Guys, today we have probably the coolest phone case you've ever seen and I have ever seen. It's for the Galaxy Z Flip 4. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Starting off right away, guys, I gotta give a shout out to our brand new member. I'm always gonna butcher the name, so I want to make sure I say this correctly. Let me see. Labia30. I probably completely butchered your name. But anyway, though, shout out to them for going ahead and becoming a member of the channel. If you'd like to become a member of the channel and help support the channel, down below, there's a little join icon right there. All right, so let's go and talk about this, guys. We have what, in my opinion, is probably the coolest phone case I've ever seen. It actually makes me want to pick up a Galaxy Z Flip 4, and that's heavily surprising because I still 100% am not behind picking up this phone. I love the Z Flip 3 to a certain extent. It wasn't my most favorite phone ever, but out of all the phones I've tried, it definitely is up there on the tier list, but it's not number one. This phone case could make this phone probably like number 5 on my list, I'll be honest with you. Anyway, though, especially if you start using like emulators, this just looks so cool if it had emulators already going with it. So it says right here that it turns into what looks like a Game Boy. I don't know if you guys have ever used a Game Boy, but it looks more like a Switch to me. Now, I could see the aspect of like a Game Boy Advance, like the old classic ones with no backlit displays and the OG. Or if they're saying Game Boy SP when it comes to it being folded, I could see that. But when it's actually open completely, it looks more like a Switch to me. It doesn't really look like a Game Boy of any kind. Now, based on what I guess, well, based on what I'm guessing here, is do the Joy-Cons actually work or no? I'm going to guess it trains all its smartphone functionality, a sizable gaming upgrade. So it actually does work. The Joy-Cons actually work. That's a W. And I do like how they actually go in like the little separate areas. So it's not like a little bit of a gap. It actually goes into the certain areas. And when it's closed, it looks absolutely gorgeous. I mean, you look at this phone and you're like, okay, that looks absolutely amazing. Fun. I don't like the colors though. I really could do without the color scheme. I'll be honest. If there was different colors to this could be so much better. But if this is all you get is pretty much green and yellow, I gotta give this like a mid pass. Like this is like a cool concept, but like there needs to be more designs in this because this green and yellow looks absolutely awful. I could not rock this green and yellow of any kind. Now, for protection purposes, yeah, this is not going to be protecting your phone. And first off, you see this, and then you see that. Is this like a really bad image quality right here? Because this does not look like this. You know what this actually looks like? You know, whenever you see on TV and it says like, in reality versus what you expect, right? So they show you the TV commercial of like the brand new sandwich coming out at like a fast food joint. And you're like, oh my God, it looks so amazing. I just need it right now. You get it and it's like all sloppy and disgusting. This is what this looks like. It's like brand new Game Boy Advance cover for the Galaxy Z Flip 4. In reality, like, that looks so ugly. That looks so ugly compared to the actual first image. I mean, this first image looks absolutely gorgeous. Like this, if you had this color scheme, because again, this green and this yellow, I like. Okay, that I could see going back and forth. This is so pale on both sides that it just doesn't work together. If you have it working with like this original, then this makes sense. Actually, you know what it looks like with the blue? It actually looks like SpongeBob SquarePants. Looks like SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward. That's literally okay. So instead of them making Game Boy, they just made SpongeBob. That's pretty much what this is. But again, like I said, if you got to choose your colors, because this actually does work with the it actually does work with the phone, like a Joy-Con, then this is a W. This is definitely a W, and I definitely would say I would pick this up if I have a Galaxy Z Flip 4. Don't have one, but if I did, I would definitely pick this up ASAP. It also looks like, okay, so I'm trying to figure out, like, Okay, so it has its own. Okay. I'm trying to figure this out now. So it's a snap-on case, right? But it does cover parts of the screen. It covers the bottom part here, and it also covers the bottom part here. That's why there's a USB-C port right here, because it blocks your USB-C port. So you have to go ahead and you have to charge it from the side of the phone because of the USB-C port. That makes sense. But what's really weird to me is this a hardcover case? If this is a hardcover case, I don't know if you know this, but this is a plastic, technically very ultra thin layer of glass with plastic all around it. If that's the case, this is not good for the phone, especially not the phone screen. That's interesting. And then also, now we're gonna get practical on this one. When you are actually using the phone, do you really want to walk around with this on your ear? I think a couple people might be like, listen, what's going on? Why are you walking around with honestly what looks like a switch up to your ear like this? Now, if this is your secondary device and you're just running emulators on it, I could see the perspective, but even then, even that would be kind of like, But as long as it's your secondary device, I don't see much of a problem. If it's not your secondary device, though, I don't see this looking good or even really being functionable at the end of the day. I mean, other than when you're gaming. But if you're gaming heavily, if you game every single day on your phone, this could be a good investment. It really could be, in all honesty. But it would have to be an every single day gaming type thing. And I see why there says gaming flex. I don't, well, with the first color scheme, maybe. But this color scheme, you're not really flexing on anybody. Also, what's kind of funny is because of the fact that it actually does limit the display a little bit, it actually gives you a smaller display than you would have like even on a Switch Lite. So it actually is less of a flex. I don't know. I mean, at this point, just get like a Surface Duo 1 or 2. And you're probably going to have a better situation if this is what your gaming flex needs in your life. If this is what you need in your life to be like, hey, listen, I'm a pro gamer. I got a phone that has really paled version of the colors that was seen on the advertisement. I don't know. I just don't think that's I don't think that's the whole angle you should be going for. But again, this is my personal opinion. Guys, if you did enjoy this video, though, hit the likes, comment down below. I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.